Okay, this is the Bernina 800D that we just had to do a complete overhaul of, get it unfrozen. It was missing its thread tower, so it has a makeshift one right at the moment. But we did get it unfrozen, but it required taking the upper looper out of timing, and then we had to retime it, and this is our first time timing a serger. So we're very excited that it actually sews beautifully. Nice and smooth. Gorgeous. I'm very excited about this. So that is the serger that was so nasty and rusty. And look at that. There's still a little bits of rust here and there. But I got a great deal of it off and went through the insides of it completely. And got all the as much rust as I can get off without actually dismantling every piece of the machine. We took off all the plastic parts. But it is now a functional serger. We just need to order a proper thread tower for it. And very, very, very good. The lady had asked $30 or $80 initially. Then she dropped it down to $20. We didn't test it at all when we bought it because for $20, who cares? It was a Bernina and it had the pedal and cord. And so we thought, okay, we'll just go. And I went ahead and gave her an extra $10. So we paid $30 for it. And then we put, at least $100 worth of work in. But we're not professionals. We're just a couple of hobbyists. And my husband has to do all the heavy lifting and tightening of screws and tightening of things for me because I'm not very strong and I'm very, very clumsy. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. My very first Bernina serger, all together for $30 and some labor. And we did have to put a new light bulb in, but I already had that on hand. And of course I had the oil on hand and things. And so we will end up probably putting $20 out to make it, get a correct thread tower for it, or sort of correct thread tower for it. But anyway, so you can actually do the timing yourself. It is very, very, the interesting was getting the upper looper. That's the part we had to take out of timing, and getting it so that it will pick up the thread off the lower looper, then go in front of the needles in time for the needles to catch the upper looper thread behind the back of the upper looper. There's a little slot for the needles to catch the thread. Basically, you could call it the scarf of the upper looper. And then the needles go down and lock that stitch in, and the lower looper has to come through across in time to be able to catch it to make the stitches. But it is amazing. It is so cool and exciting. But this is the first time. And when we put it back together, at first I put this on backwards because we had to take it off when we did the looper timing, and that was my fault for putting it on backwards. And then when we put it on right, then it works better. Of course. So Bernina 800, and it is properly timed and actually sews beautifully, smoothly, quietly.